Today, we will be viewing some of the scariest videos ever caught on camera. Warning. The last clip is truly terrifying. Hidden face. The following video that you are about to witness definitely stands out as one of the most compelling and utterly terrifying you will ever see. It is without a doubt that it will leave an indelible impression on your mind, as it looks like it's been ripped right out of a horror film. With that warning out of the way, let's proceed with the evidence. Captured at an old abandoned hotel in Japan that some say was built upon cursed ground, a group of paranormal investigators are desperate to make contact with a spirit that has been terrorizing locals for decades. There is no shortage of tragedy at this abandoned hotel, from suicides to murders and almost everything in between. This Japanese hotel stands out as one of the most violent places in the entire country. Back in its hotel glory days, sometime in the 1970s, a huge listeria outbreak caused several people to die of food poisoning, and not long after, a catastrophic fire destroyed a lot of the building's integrity. These events left the owner in financial ruin, and ultimately, the man hung himself on the property. Fast forward to today. The building has been left abandoned for over 40 long years, with nobody brave enough to step inside, until now. It's nearly 4 in the morning now, and the investigation is almost complete. But as the team is packing up their equipment, they begin to hear a woman's laughter coming from outside. Intrigued, they decide to pursue the activity. It is then, out of nowhere, one of the cameramen suddenly drops his camera in shock as he reports hearing the same woman whisper something into his ear. When they watched the footage back, it left the team absolutely speechless. In the following footage, you can see the point when the man drops his camera and the rest of the crew discuss what they had just heard. The whole of the frame is dark until all of a sudden, a pale face appears, entirely upside down, staring right into the lens of the camera. The face is very well defined. It is easy to see the eyes and the curvature of the nose, but it is very ghostly in its appearance. What do you think? Is this one of the hotel's many unfortunate guests, or could this be a simple trick of the light? We'll leave that for you to decide. Bedroom visitor. The man in this next video managed to get concrete evidence that he had been sleeping next to a ghost for months. Yes, you definitely heard that right. Soon after moving into his brand new apartment, everything seemed to be going fine. The man was surprised that he got such a nice and spacious apartment for such a low price. That is, until he found out the real reason for his secret discount. First, he began to notice objects of his moving on their own, sometimes ending up in different places entirely. Figuring he was just sleepwalking, he brushed it off. That was until his cat began to start acting up, all of a sudden becoming completely hostile towards him, now resorting only to hissing and scratching, which was totally out of character. Next, the man would be awoken to a strange, loud snoring coming from right beside him, which usually would be fine if he didn't live alone.
Resulta que 2 veces me he despertado, que alguien ronca durísimo a mi lado. Y pues cuando me despierto, pues obviamente.
One day, he encountered his neighbor outside, and the two of them began talking, with the neighbor surprised that he would move into the apartment, given its history. But the man was shocked, claiming he didn't know the apartment's history at all. The neighbor informed him that the man that lived there had previously died in that very apartment. It took them almost 2 weeks to discover the body, and only after noticing the morbid smells that were leaking into the ventilation system did they manage to find him. He learned that the man died on the very same bed and bed frame he's sleeping on now, with the realtor just telling him that they'd furnished the apartment themselves, which was untrue. Terrified, the man begins to document these happenings on Twitter. After going live one night, the man manages to capture one of the most unnerving things ever captured on camera. Right as he's walking past his bedroom, a headless figure can be seen laying on the right side of his bed.
En la parte de afuera, por la parte de la terraza hay una especie de hueco.
The man obviously doesn't notice, as he doesn't react, but you can very clearly see the figure. It looks like it doesn't have much of a head, but it is a body from the shoulders down. So, what do you think was captured here? Has this man really been sleeping next to a ghost for months? You decide.
En la parte de afuera, por la parte de la terraza hay una especie de hueco.
Leaping shadow. This next one is short, but the terrifying factor is through the roof. On a very popular YouTube channel called Ghosts of Carmel, Maine, a man catalogs his many experiences with the paranormal in his home. There's no shortage of them, but this one definitely takes the cake as one of the most frightening, that's for sure. The man who lives in Carmel, Maine posts a lot, but the one thing about his channel is, he has never once been disproven. As you'll see for yourself, this one is pretty hard to fake. The footage he captures here is simple enough. He begins to see something swell in his bedroom window. The man says, there he is, in the window again, and suddenly, a strange shadow creature leaps into his home through his window.
He is in the window again.
You can see the shadow figure almost contort itself, bending the laws of physics almost, and when it hits the ground, it makes a very loud thud. It's definitely eerie, and logic here doesn't apply, which begs the question, is this real, or is this all some elaborate con? You be the judge. Window creeper. The couple in this next video are about to have a night they will not soon forget. Another short video, but that doesn't mean it's any less terrifying. Quite the opposite, in fact. Now, there's not a lot of context to the video, as the source of the video has not been sourced by anyone who's attempted to track it down, which in today's day and age is definitely peculiar. That being said, the premise of the clip is simple enough. A Japanese couple is talking over what to do for dinner in their kitchen, and the night sky outside is already pitch black, when all of a sudden, the couple's attention diverts to their kitchen window as they've both managed to spot a small, gray figure looking in on them from the outside. The figure has no discernible features, but does look small, as if childlike in nature. The couple isn't too terribly afraid, almost as if this has happened to them before and they're somehow used to it. When the husband goes to open the window, the figure disappears, and upon looking outside, they do not spot anyone. The wife asks if the husband has seen anything weird out there, but he remarks there's nobody there. When the camera pans back to his wife though, there's a strange, shadow-like anomaly directly behind her. When the camera pans back though, the figure is nowhere to be seen. So, is this a fake? Or did this couple really capture something paranormal that night? I guess we'll never know. Mama? This next one is very disturbing, to say the least. If you're all by yourself right now, grab your phone, call a friend, and get them over here so you don't have to suffer through this alone. That being said, let's begin with some context. A divorced mother and her 2 children are living together in a small apartment with their elderly cat. The cat is a sweetheart, naturally very calm and always friendly. But lately, she's been acting up, often hissing and moaning at something her humans cannot see. This disturbs the family, but they more so believe it's a sign of the cat's advancing age. That is, until one night, that all changes. The mother is home alone, and she is a divorced parent, so her daughters are staying with their father for the night. They are all at a movie, while the mother takes some much-needed rest and relaxation. She doesn't know it yet, but her rest is about to turn into pure, nightmarish torture. After finishing up a bath, the mother begins to hear some strange noises in her daughter's playroom. She decides to investigate, but is shocked when she hears one of her daughters call out, "Mommy," though her daughters are supposed to be gone. The door to the playroom opens on its own, slowly, and the mother enters, though hesitantly, and immediately flicks on the lights. She hears her daughter's voice again, and suddenly, the playroom drawers begin to open and close on their own, all while the stereo turns on all by itself. The mother checks the stereo for a CD or batteries, but it's totally empty. The calls for Mama become deeper and more demonic. While the energy in the apartment ramps up, with several drawers and toys moving on their own accord. Terrified, the mother leaves the room, and the video unfortunately ends there. There's no follow-up to the video, though the mother did inform she is seeking the help of a local priest. Hopefully, together they can prevent this obviously demonic presence from doing any further damage.